Okay, well then. Hey guys, this is Chaos-Necros, and seems to have come full circle with this. Because due to microphone issues, being that I caused this one, I'm gonna have to talk over the video again. This time without audio in the background. I mean, the mic, I was able to hear my voice, but the way it sounded wasn't exactly audible. So anyway, I'm just gonna give my thoughts on this. Spoiler alert on this video: I fail completely, like to the point that I can't even make it to. I couldn't even get to the scooping room to get the ending. Like, I failed several times in this. Now, this video, I don't know how long I can do this narrating thing, but oh boy. I think if anything, I'll just give my thoughts on on everything of dealing with Five Nights at Freddy's. Starting off with the game, I enjoyed the game like I enjoyed Five Nights 1. It's a very interesting game, especially with the new mechanics that were applied into this one, with the crawling through the thing, interacting with certain parts and all that. Now, only problem I have is that it doesn't necessarily make it I don't feel like it makes it a Five Nights game exactly. It makes it like one of those, what would you call, I don't know what you call it really, but it makes it a different game. Now, the other thing about that I have problem with is how everything laid out. Like, the fact is, it's only up until night 5 that you see Baby, unless you get into the mini game. But other than that, it's like, that's it. You don't see Baby up until the maintenance room. So it's like, if you haven't played Five Nights, if you didn't see the trailer or anything, you just got the game or whatever, you didn't know what it was. You didn't know what Baby looked like. But that's about it. Everything else was fine. I liked all the visuals and all that. I liked the atmosphere, everything. I like the mechanic of the movement and the flashing of the light and all that. That was interesting. I just felt like it was a little too much for it. Now, again, I don't finish the game in this because it's like I got up to the point where you just have to go forward and left, and I still died because I couldn't tell at what point I do that. But that's whatever. I'm not gonna be a completionist about this. It's like I just wanted to go through the game and all that. I didn't even finish Five Nights 1 if you remember those videos. So it's like it's come full circle. So I guess this is the best way of ending it, I guess. Make it like the first. But seriously, another thing I should mention, the scariness. I should just talk about the scariness. The only thing I found scary about the game was during the Ballora part. Because, well, you see, I just found it freaky, especially at the point where she starts talking to you. That freaked me out. Why? Because a robot is not supposed to talk to you when it's supposedly shut down for the night. It's like that place is basically where you do repairs and all that. So why should the robot be active like that? And the other thing is, why on earth does Ballora apparently not like being on her stage? You think she'd want to be the attention seeker, but whatever. It's like, yeah, it's what it is. Now, Funtime Foxy, I don't mind. Freddy was actually Ballora and Freddy, Funtime Freddy, were both the freakiest thing, because Freddy was like, I had to put the screen down whenever thing went up to at least 50, so I could check if he had moved or not, which usually he did. So that was that, and it freaked me out every time. Oh yeah, and this. Okay, I'm gonna mention something that's in the video right now. Here's the thing. I don't know. I think MatPat might. I know some people probably noticed it, including MatPat, but the fact that there's wires and stuff behind Baby right now, that it's like, I know that has to be entered behind her, like mimicking Baby's voice and all that. So it's like, oh, it's like crap. So it's like the biggest hit. That's the biggest hint that that Baby's not the one you're talking to. Like, if you didn't notice that, then it's like you have no idea. I mean, another hint was the mask was missing, obviously, because I mean, why would one of the employees take the mask other than, like, I don't know, just to be a jerk. But anyway, yeah. So as I was saying, Funtime Freddy was more scary in the fact that I had to actually be aware of him moving. Ballora was scary because it's like she just suddenly talks to you as if you're there, as if she somehow senses you, because she's based on audio and all that, obviously. So she obviously hears you're crawling, but when you first are heading for the power room, she's just dancing and you hear the music and all that. So it's like you'd expect that on your way back, but then all of a sudden she talks to you, and and you're like, holy crap, what the freak? So it's like it freaked me out just watching it, because it's like, that was like, legitimately, I wasn't expecting that. No, I doubt anyone was expecting that. I thought these robots were just like regular robots, like they have an audio track and all that. This was like, it legitimately tried to talk to you. Like she asked, is someone there? And so it's like, holy crap, what? And then it's just like, I can hear you moving. It's like, I mean, it's not even light. There's not even really much light there. It's like, why all of a sudden? And then she says, perhaps not, because it's like you get quiet, and it's like maybe she thinks she's just hearing things. But it's like, it's like, oh crap, what would have happened if someone had answered? Boy. And then moving on to the next thing, which is Funtime Foxy. The whole flashing light thing, I didn't really mind it so much. If you saw from the last video, there was that one point where it's like when you flashed and you suddenly saw Funtime Foxy right there, right to your left, there, ready for you. It's like, holy crap, that's how close she can get before she grabs you. Now, so the next thing alright, so I'm gonna move on. All the stuff I'm talking about is probably irrelevant at this point, but anyway, I'm gonna move the conversation to, I would say, the fans and theories and all that. Okay, I'm gonna start off with fans because of how things are. I gotta say this initially. I am in no way a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. I am in no way a fan, just as much as I am no way a fan of anything involving Undertale, Pokemon, Digimon, anything else. Why? Because while there are fans that do good things for it, like they make art, they make audio tracks, they make comics, they make all kinds of stuff. There are also fans that will take there are also bad fans that will be like, that will do things because they think, oh, oh, this person does this, I don't like it, they shouldn't be doing this, blah 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 blah. Which is like, it's like they're basically trying to kill, well, not literally kill, they're essentially trying to kill a person just because they do something that they don't agree with. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, let the person do what they want, and it's like they can give their validations and all that. Just let them do it. It's like, don't try to force your views onto them. It's their art, it's their audio, it's their stuff, it's theirs. So just leave them alone. It's why I don't consider myself a fan of anything, because there's people within it that can ruin it for me. So it's like, I don't look at the stuff and say, oh, that's great, I love this, I'm a fan of it. I just look at it, it's like, oh, that's nice. I can see you love the game and all that. You love the thing. You love that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not exactly into Steven Universe. I mean, I like it for the animation and all that. I'm just not a fan of it. Or I don't like it. I like it as a show that I'll watch. I'm not gonna. There's problems in it. I've seen problems in it. Nothing, but I'm not gonna delve into that cesspool of grief. Anyway, please don't. I'm seriously, don't attack me on that. It's like like I said, I like the show as a little cartoon thing. I don't want to get too deep into it. So anyway, I'll move on to theories now. Now, here's the thing. For the longest time, I've been talking with another small YouTuber going by r.e.a.l, or Real Studios, and we've talked about how things in Five Nights have gone, and we came up with our own little theory of how after the son died, that I guess feeling grief, the person who we thought was the father, which was, it was the, I forget the name of one of the owners of the Fazbear Pizza franchise. I know William Afton's the purple guy, but I forget who the other one is. Like Henry something or other. I don't know. I guess we'll just go with Henry, I guess. Henry, we figured with grief, killed himself with Baby, obviously, because Baby was in Five Nights, was in Fnaf World in that little bonus scene, and it sort of confirms it in the book. I haven't I haven't read the book, but the other YouTuber has. He's confirmed this, and even MatPat's confirmed it. So it's like, it makes sense. So it's confirmed. Anyway, we figured that after the Henry died, he somehow finds out that the purple guy, or William Afton, was behind it, and decided to go for vengeance. The only thing was, we don't know how did these new animatronics come in, the baby and Funtime and all that. We didn't know how they fit in until now, until the final cutscene from the Custom Nights of Sister Location came out, which now all makes sense, because massive spoiler alert for those of you listening to this. The video in the background's just me trying to beat the game, but it didn't work out. Anyway, for those of you that are just now watching, the final cutscene involves is showing Fazbear Frights after it was burned down, because if you remember from the end of Five Nights 3, it was burned. There was a mysterious fire, and and here's the thing: toward the end, throughout the video, you're hearing a voice talking, and it reveals itself as Michael, not William, Michael. And he's saying how he's been trying to fix, how he found them, and they didn't recognize him at first, but then they thought that he was him, and that he found her, set her free, and everything's done. This thing is all that, and somehow he's not dead, even though he should be, and that all that's left now is that he's gonna find him. So the one thing that so it's like it's literally revealed that's his son. Michael is his son. Michael is the kid that threw the protagonist from Five Nights 4 into Golden Freddy, which means, well, the guy in Springtrap is not Purple Guy. It's the son of Purple Guy. So here's the other thing. The fact that they didn't recognize him at first, but then they thought he was him, indicates that he has a similar appearance. But according to the book, William had a more jolly look about him, while the other one had a more dark, had a different look about him. Now, so it's like you could say that William, his father, William Afton, is still in jail, or on parole and all that. Like they're keeping an eye on him, while his son was trying to fix everything, which apparently he technically succeeded. Now, the other thing is, it leads up to if you remember the mini game in Five Nights 3, where you control the animatronics up to a point. It kind of makes sense now, because Michael being Afton's son, was likely saw blueprints to the building and knew of the secret room. Like he was probably looking for something in the building, and the animatronics came in. So he stopped them and destroyed them. So, and the ghosts obviously spooked him into the Springtrap, and he got caught in there, and thus it led to the events of Five Nights 3. So and then going into the fire and all that, the last part of the scene is that Springtrap steps out. So here's the thing. I'm not going to theorize everything that happened, because MatPat's going to be doing that. Here's my theory for the next game. The next game, you might be a security guard for a jail. Don't quote me on. I'm just saying that might be how it turns out. Why? Because he's going to be looking for his dad. And there's only two places that the father could be at the moment. He could be at a jail cell, where you'll likely be playing as a night guard watching over him, and thus you'll have to keep Springtrap away from him from killing him, because that's what I'm assuming Springtrap's going to do now. Or two, you're playing as William in his home, trying to keep himself from getting caught by Springtrap. So it's like, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting thought. Don't quote me on this or anything. I'm just making assumptions based on what I saw. So, with that said, I'm gonna leave all the whole theory about the entire story about what happened between games, before games, after games, after the game and all that to MatPat, who's on with his game theory and all that. I'm just assuming that I'm assuming the next game has to involve you playing as William, trying to protect yourself from your son, because we're gonna assume Springtrap wants to kill him for whatever reason. But anyway, I suppose I should end the video now. So I want to thank you all so much for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed this little small series. again, I enjoyed it. I'm not a horror person, just so you know. I'm not playing this because I enjoy horror. I'm just playing it because I had it. I legitimately had it. Like it went. The thing was, I bought the pack before the sister location came out. So I got like Fnaf 1, 2, 3, and 4. But so I was assuming that was it. Like, I don't get any more. But it turned out I will get more. I did get more, because all of a sudden I found sister location in my library. So I literally just went, screw it. I'll make a series. I'm seriously not doing this for views or anything. It's just, I just did it because I have it, I may as well. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you want to see more videos like this, you want to check out the last Five Nights at Freddy's game I did, which was FNAF 1, you can check it out on my channel. If you want to see stuff like art and all that, I have a few FNAF based things. You can check out my DeviantArt, Tumblr, and among other things. And that's about it. You can check out all the links in the description. You click on the logo when I finally put it up at the outro and all that. Other than that, I'm gonna say bye.